If you are struggling with the license run on Zandvoort, watch this video. I have two setups for the Audi and the Aston Martin. I will explain a little bit of how the lap goes, some additional tips. Let's go. So if you already installed Assetto Corsa Competizione and you find yourself getting this safety rating up to 80, then you're ready for the license run on Lowfuel Motorsport, what is an absolute must if you're playing this game. Here are some tips on the screen that you can use. There are also videos online on YouTube. I will put them in the comments below, how to get that 80 safety rating as soon as possible. Before you start, before you enter a server, just go to the frequently asked questions on the website and just read it through a few times. Just make it like everything is in here, everything is very good explained. And what I also really wanted to mention is just be careful when you go out there. If you're not really experienced with going like on online lobbies and everything, just have a close look on the radar, have a close look on the circuit, how much people are there, watch the mirrors very closely, because you would be really an annoying person if you screw up somebody's license run. Oh yeah, and check the timer, how much time there's still left. If you have 7 minutes left, better wait for the server to reset itself so you have plenty of time to do it. On Lowfuel Motorsport there's someone explaining this very much in detail, how you need to drive it. It's a really good video, it takes an hour. This will be a lot shorter. This will be just a couple of laps in the Aston Martin and in the Audi R8, how I would like go for that lap time. There's not fast lap times, there's just slowly. If you're searching for the absolute fastest lap times, there are plenty of track guides and all that online, but this is purely for the license run. And I wanna share the setups and show a few laps that will be the safe laps, like a 38 lap time, to have a look how those laps could look like and where you're gaining or losing a lot of lap time as a beginner. So I have this setup for you to use. It can be fast, but it's really safe. That's the emphasis is on safety. Put 40 liters of fuel, it will be very on the safe side, but if you screw up halfway your license run, you have still plenty enough to keep going. That's basically it. If you're relying on the last few liters to make you gain that little bit of lap time, I think it's not a good idea. I think you should be really capable of doing this with this amount of liters. So let's go, let's drive some laps. So I put the overlay here, as you can see, that will show the steering input. Take a close look to that. So in Zandvoort it's just the most important that you keep the apexes, as in a lot of tracks always the apex is very important, but with this long bends like over here I'm already a little bit on the wide side. It's just warm up lap, tires are not in the perfect tire window. 26.5 would be a good window for the tires. Just keep that inside here. Use the brake to let the car rotate a little bit. Braking here, also hitting this curb, that apex. And then this weird long corner. Also in this bend you want to keep it on the inside. And you'll need to build up some experience to find that point where you can go on the throttle again. Here we're braking on the entry curb. You can take a bit of curb here with the Aston, no problem. Over here, brake point is a little bit hard to find there, but I'm confident if you keep practicing you will know where it is. Okay, we go for the 38 lap time, let's go. 100 meter mark. Look nicely on the inside, so we can hit the throttle as soon as possible. Then again here, the inside, gentle steering inputs, gentle braking inputs. Again, I want to be on this inside all the time in this fast section. Also here, the inside, again, this inside line. Hitting the brake gently and releasing it gently. Here's like a small, like a bend as well. Okay, that was a bit, I'm overshooting it now. But I also want to show you that's maybe not that bad. If we do the rest pretty good. Here we go on the inside, early on the throttle. Again, a little bit before this. Again, we take that to curb. You can go back to first gear even if you prefer. Hoppa. Again, we can go all the way to that inside. And we lift a little bit in this corner to rotate the car a little bit so we can actually make the corner. And this will be a 38.6, so these kinds of laps are fast enough for the license run. So I missed a little bit of an apex there. You can already see that's costing me some delta lap time. Over here you can see it as well. Look how that. So that's like that's the thing, yeah. If you miss the apex, you're gonna lose like 3/10. So if you do that a few times a lap, you're gonna be in trouble. Again, keep it here on the inside. And I'm doing this better now this lap than the previous one, so you can already see that I'm making up time there. And also here. Now I'm not going to overshoot the apex. There you can see the delta is dropping. So you can even go a bit wide there. And these laps aren't that perfect. They're really... Okay, this corner. We'll just finish this lap and then we go into the Audi. Second part of this video. Just a little bit coasting to make the corner, and this will be a 38.9 whatever. So if you can reproduce these kinds of laps, you'll be ready for that license run and you will have it in no time with the Aston Martin. With this awesome setup that I provide to you. Leave a like if you're liking the setup, and also make you leave a like if you got you the license this way. That would really be appreciated from my side. And now we pick this bad boy right here because I think it's an absolute awesome car with a lot of personality traits. Also provide here the setup that I built for the license run. Something to add here. Yes, so when I want to be fast, I put traction control on 1, this one, but for the license run and some safety, I put it on 3. Again, 40 liters on the safe side. Let's go. Let's hit track. So again, the overlay for the steering input. Starts a bit slow, yeah, this Audi. Okay, here we go. It's a completely different car with the engine, mid-engine. But the big advantage over the Aston with this one, we have a lot of more rotating in the longer bends compared to the Aston. It is a lot harder to drive, but this setup, it is absolutely really forgiving, and I think that's important when you drive the Audi. You want to like rely on it not to be weird and unpredictable at times. So with this car we're driving basically the same line as the Austin. A little bit oversteer there. Again, you want to have that inside line here. And this car will be overall a little bit more sensitive and how you drive it. If you're gonna be like not smooth, then the car will not give you the smooth experience. So if you're a little bit like that, then this car will punish you a lot harder than the Aston Martin. Again, with the Audi I'm lifting here as well, but it rotates better. Here we go. First lap, 38 we're targeting. Oh, and a note here, the Audi on Zandvoort and quite some other tracks as well, but you don't put it in first gear. Just keep it in second gear because it starts to snap oversteer in the first gear. So don't put it in first gear. Again, inside lines here. So here again, inside. And then somewhere around here we start braking. This was a little bit slow, but it will be okay, probably. The reason that I want to use the Audi on the license run, it's so playful and it's so satisfying to drive this one compared to the Austin. But if you're an absolute beginner, I would go for the Austin. Also, that was not a good turn in there. So I will do another lap to be a little bit more perfect. A little lifting. Let's see what we get. So the 38.4, that's good. Again, 100 meter sign. Keep that inside here. Again, good on the inside. So you can see that I put the inside lines. I wasn't really pushing it that hard, but I make up like 3/10 doing that. So get emphasized enough to hitting that apex and be on the inside. Here again, I'm overshooting it a little bit here. So be a bit more early on the brakes there. And use the track as most as possible. While the tires are heating up a little bit. Also in the Aston video, the tires were heating up a little bit. So this lap is full of mistakes, yeah, so that's just the important thing. If you got the braking points right and you're hitting those apexes and you're being on the throttle early enough, you will get that license pretty fast. There we go. And another 38 lap time, and I think if you can replicate this with this car or with this setup, like, subscribe, it will be awesome to do, man. That's really appreciated again on my side.